G is for grace and forgiveness. Forgive others if we ourselves want to be forgiven. Forgiveness is a powerful machine. Holding on to grudges and hurts, even if they are small, increases in stress hormones that negatively impact our moods, immunity, and overall health. Giving grace and forgiveness can be hard, but when done properly, it can also be powerfully healing. Research has linked forgiveness to mental health outcomes, such as reduced anxiety, depression, and major psychiatric disorders, and with having fewer physical health symptoms and lower mortality rates. I often tell my patients that the person who forgives and also usually ends the argument. Grace and forgiveness do not mean letting someone off the hook or condoning bad behavior. They are not the same as justice and do not require being reconciled with the person who has given offense or done harm. More often than not, a former victim of abuse should not reconcile with an abuser, especially if the abuser has not sought serious help. Grace and forgiveness are acts of strength, not weakness. The 8 keys we've discussed in this chapter will improve almost any relationship. Being responsible and empathetic, listening, being assertive, spending time inquiring into negative thoughts, noticing what you like more than what you don't, and giving grace and forgiveness are tools you can use today to bring those in your life closer to you. Yes, since your brain is involved in everything you do and everything you are, if it doesn't function right, you are likely to have significant problems related to people you care about. I have come to realize that many relationships do not work because of the brain misfires that have nothing to do with the character, free will, or desire. Many relationships are sabotaged by factors beyond conscious or even unconscious control. Sometimes a little targeted brain intervention can make all the difference between love and hate, staying together or divorce, effective problem solving, and prolonged litigation. 1. Ask yourself if you're asking responsibility in your relationships. How can I respond in a positive and helpful way? Practice empathy. Treat others as you would like to be treated. In conversations, listen and practice good communication skills. Be assertive, say what you mean, and stick up for what you believe is right in calm, clear, kind way. Spend time. Remember that actual physical time with others is critical to healthy relationships. Spend time. Okay. Be assertive. Okay. Calm, clear, kind way. Ask yourself if you are taking responsibility in your relationships. How can I respond in a positive and helpful way? Practice an empathy. Treat others as you would like to be treated. That's true. In conversations, listen and practice good communication skills. Yes. Be assertive, say what you mean, and stick up for what you believe is right and calm, clear, kind way. Spend time. Remember that actual physical time with others is critical to healthy relationships. Inquire into negative thoughts that make you suffer in a relationship and decide if they're true. Notice what you like and the behavior of those around you more than you notice, and complain about what you don't like. Give altruistic gift of the grace and forgiveness whenever you can. Okay. 1. After I've been fight with a loved one, I will take responsibility for my part and apologize responsibility. Okay. 2. When someone acts negatively toward me, I will ask myself, did I do anything to cause it? What is going on with the person? Empathy. I think I don't need to sit and think about what's going in this person because even I don't know what's wrong with them, right? So I don't need to even think about that. Maybe that person will be he or she feel hungry, so that's what I can do. So I don't need to even just try to figure out what's going on with that person. I don't know, so like I don't need to do that. And 3, when I'm in a conversation with someone, before responding with my input, I will reflect back what I heard from him or her, saying active listening. And 4, when I'm challenged or bullied, I will state the case, but what I believe, calmly and clearly, assertiveness. 5, when I set aside a time to be with my child, I will spend 20 minutes doing whatever he or she wants to do with no agendas time. 6, when I have a negative thought about my spouse, such as, he never listens to me, I will write it down and ask myself, is that true? If it is not, I will quash the inquiry. 7, when a friend does something annoying, I will turn my attention to the things I like about her rather than dwelling on the annoying, noticing. Oh, okay. Create immediate and lasting joy. Nothing is as important as passion. No matter what you want to do with your life, be passionate. Be passionate. Okay. Living in a passion and purpose is critical. Feel better, fast, and strategy. This chapter will look at what neuroscience says about purpose, meaning passion and love, including a new one, and the impact this can have on the health of your brain. It will also look at what helps and hurts your pleasure centers, so you can avoid addictions and depression, and what happens when love and passion or purpose goes wrong. It will help you find out how to know your purpose and actualize it in your life. Does it have a meaning and purpose and help you feel better fast and make it last? Found that those who had a higher sense of purpose in life defined as the psychological tendency to derive meaning from life. Experiences and to possess a sense of intentionality and goal directions, goal directness, and that guides their behavior. Better mental health, less depression, greater happiness, more satisfaction, more personal growth and self-acceptance, better quality sleep, longevity. It reduces the risk of Alzheimer's disease, less mild cognitive impairment, a slow rate of cognitive decline in old age. Other researchers have also associated purpose in life with a longer lifespan. What group measured? And the mnemonic well-being, a type of well-being that relates to your sense of control and purpose, and to feeling that what you do is worthwhile. As the strength and purpose increases, so the physical strength and endurance, uh, purpose in life has also been associated with a lower risk of cardiovascular disease and stroke, higher levels of immunity, and a better quality sleep, with less sleep apnea and fewer restlessness and leg symptoms. Scoring higher in a purpose in life also makes it less likely to negative in social media issues, such as not getting the number of likes in you might want in a post will affect your self-esteem. A lack of purpose and has been associated with negative health indicators, including higher levels of stress hormones cortisol, increase in markers in inflammation, lower HDL cholesterol levels, and a greater amounts of abdominal fats. Purpose helps us in finding meaning in life, which in turn fuels in our passion for the things that we find meaningful. Passion, purpose, and meaning of work, inner drive, motivation, and pleasure centers deep in the brain. These reasons are empowered by the neurotransmitter dopamine, the basic ganglia integrating emotion and movement, which is why we jump when excited for freeze and when we get scared. When dopamine flows in the basic ganglia, players throw up their arms, yell with joy, or run onto the base when a diamond as in a group. Likewise, when your actor gets a standing ovation, when an attorney wins an important case, a child brings home an accident report card, or a pastor delivers a passionate sermon, dopamine is released, activating the pleasure centers and the triggers and good feelings. Yeah. Along with dopamine, the neurotransmitter serotonin also plays an important role in love, passion, and pleasure. Serotonin released by the retinue in the brain is involved with mood, sleeps, shifting attention, appetite, bowel function, and the social relationships. It also helps to regulate anxiety and happiness. Dopamine and serotonin tends to counterbalance each other in the brain. Oh, dopamine and serotonin. As one goes up, the other generally goes down. Okay. Antidepressants that increase in serotonin, such as Lexapro, Prozac, and Zoloft, can improve mood and decrease anxiety, but can also decrease in sexual desire. Okay, and the motivation. Antidepressants that increase dopamine, such as Wellbutrin, bupropion, boost in sex drive, and they can enhance focus and motivation, but they may trigger anxiety. Oh, okay, that's true. Stimulant medications that boost the dopamine, such as Adderall or Ritalin, can increase focus and motivation, but can also decrease in appetite and cause some people to feel obsessed. Okay, because of dopamine, right? Oh, neurotransmitter level healthy. Dopamine effects feels of pleasure, feeling motivation and focus, and serotonin effects, feeling happy and optimistic with a healthy sleep and bowel function. Too low dopamine effects, higher incidence of depression and apathy. Low levels are common in Parkinson's disease due to the death of the dopamine-producing cells in the brain and substantia nigra. Serotonin effects, depression, anxiety, obsession, insomnia, irritable bowel issues, and the craving for sweets Okay, because of serotonin? Okay. Which increases in serotonin in the brain but also can make you gain weight. Too high. Okay, so dopamine effects and you're feeling anxious, agitated, aggressive, confusion, racing thoughts, trouble sleeping, poor decision making. Serotonin effects, feeling passive, epileptic, lower motivation, decrease in sexual desires. Oh, okay, because of serotonin. Supplements. Okay, here, supplements. Dopamine and serotonin. Many have experienced a worldwide fame, which release in massive amounts of dopamine, stimulating the pleasure centers over and over. As strangers recognize them everywhere they go, often begging for autographs or screaming their names. Repeated, intense activation of pleasure centers wear them out, much like in a cocaine high that lessens with the frequent use of drug. Over time, if these starts are not careful, it takes more and more dopamine-producing activities. More fame, falling in love appears within multiple partners, drugs, racing cars, and even stealing, just to feel normal, not to feel depressed. Okay, So many Hollywood actors and singers, sports figures, and celebrity pastors have followed these trend patterns that have been played for young stars in the making. God, please don't let them be famous before their brain develop, which, as we've seen, is usually around the age of 25. If the pleasure centers become damaged by overuse, toxins, or head trauma, or if dopamine is excessively high for prolonged periods, the ventral tegmental area, nucleus accumbens, and the basal ganglia becomes less responsive. The dopamine high stops and being as intensely serious once it's. This increases the risk of depression or addiction to substance that people turn to in order to fix the bad feelings caused by the numbering of these brain regions. The addictive substances include nicotine, alcohol, methamphetamines, cocaine, pornography, or food, especially foods high in sugar and fat. When a powerful release of dopamine hits the pleasure centers, increases in euphoria, and then wears up, people can feel flat or depressed and start craving a way out of the bad feelings. As a result, they re-engage in actions that intensely ramped up their dopamine levels in the first place. Over time, it takes more and more of the substance to get the same response. This is a cycle of addiction. Yeah, that's true. Many forces in our changing society, besides fame, are putting excessive demands on our pleasure centers. Text messaging, email, video games, and social media, television, and using multiple electronic devices can overstimulate our pleasure centers in the same way that cocaine does. We all know people who are glued to their smartphones and even while they are talking to others. For these people, every time their device is in a ping to signal a new incoming message, it causes a small release of dopamine. Television is all about breaking news and quick, high-intensity actions. Think Game of Thrones. Dopamine is in a constant release in a video game as they play, and the games were specifically designed to hook your attention. According to the neural hook, as video game and technology uses and goes up, so do depression and obesity. Equally addictive and potentially destructive side effects He said people want them, they go see them, and they make money. Even just watching the betrayal will give you a dopamine jolt. In short, our devices, online communities, game, TV watching habits, and scary movies are wearing out of the pleasure centers and changing our brains. Our fast-paced and pleasure-seeking lifestyle is robbing us of the ability to experience the joy from the simple things in life. Things that once made us happy, such as a smile from a friend, a glorious sunset, or a great tennis match, have lost their power to move us. Suggests that it may contribute to emotional problems such as depression and anxiety, as well as addictions to drugs and alcohol, internet gaming, pornography, and compulsive shopping. Effect of the dating app on a mood and focus. Okay, if they're lucky enough to get in a swipe right, meaning someone using a dating app liked their pictures and a short bio, it increased activity in the pleasure and the mood centers of their brains. If, however, there were fewer swipes right and more swipes left, indicating rejection, their brains were more vulnerable to pain and depression. Okay, that is why when you do find a match on a dating site or at work or church, the high of new love can feel addiction with its euphoria, craving, withdrawal, and the need to more and more to feel good. New love works in the same areas of the brain as cocaine and can cause people to feel giddy, anxious, uncertain, or obsessed. Irrationally noticing positive and completely missing the negative, make poor decisions and have trouble sleeping, and feel as if they're in the roller coaster. When new love is rejected, the brain pain centers are activated, making more likely that people will drink alcohol or use drugs to counteract to the negative feelings. Alternatively, if they're in a high and the new love in a simply versa, the other person's falls and become ecstasy, and a couple can see more. Can more rationally decide whether to stay together or separate. It is for this reason that you should be very cautious about marrying someone within the first few months of meeting. You can't be certain if you're marrying an actual person or a dopamine-induced illusion. Lasting love provides a deeper sense of bonding and connection, peace, happiness, and warmth, more akin to the warmth of heroin than a jolt of cocaine. The feeling of being high on a heroin was once anonymously described as a being credited to sleep by God, wrapped up in a warm, luxurious blanket that shields you from all your worldly fears, angers, and pains. While the pain of a new love breakup is awful, living a long-term love relationship is typically much worse, more akin to a heroin withdrawal. Many people describe it as having their skin ripped off while they're awake. It is often associated with symptoms similar to heroin withdrawal as well: diarrhea, nausea, depression, and sense of hopelessness that can go on for a month, together with anxiety, panic, and sleeplessness. Clearly, love's in a connection with our pleasure centers is powerful. And like love, these experiences can be extremely positive or negative. They can make us feel balanced or unbalanced, as we mentioned in Chapter 3. Brain trauma from a heat and a concussion is certainly one of the causes of depression. When the game was gone from their lives and a dopamine-driven positive football pleasure, chemicals was also gone, which contributed to their depression. Whenever one door of love, passion, and purpose closes, it is critical to find others to replace the wit and origin and keep your pleasure centers and functioning and the reasoning dopamine in a healthy way. If you don't, you are more prone to low feelings and the depression. That's why depression is more common after retirement, especially when retirees didn't find a new source of passion and purpose. In fact, although retirement can initially boost your health, it later increases your risk of a clinical depression by 40%, while raising your chances of being diagnosed with a physical condition or illness by 60%. It's been 25 minutes. Oh my god, that's like too long. I don't know what's wrong with that. I think my sitting position is not appropriate, so it feels uncomfortable or other things I should think about it, okay? Okay, so it's like 25 minutes, but it's not that bad, so that's good, Irene. Okay, see you tomorrow.